When I spoke earlier, something I remembered after that I wanted to talk about. Right. In a few minutes, everybody, we want you to come up here and we're going to have a group picture. So as soon as he comes back in about 15 minutes or whatever. I want to talk about juries a little bit and psychological evaluations. Do you know why you were ordered to get a psych eval? No, it's because the psych eval has taken the place of a trial by jury. 100 years ago, there were no psych evals. Okay, we had juries, right, in courts. Of course, there wasn't a family court either. But that's what the psych evals are. And it happened in my case. I mean, I had a perfect case, everything lined up. I went to paralegal school, right? I got my ducks in a row. Had my evidence, had a great case. Next thing I know, court-ordered psych evals. I mean, it's just a way to perpetuate the system. There's a word for it. What do they call it? No, there's a word for it, like delaying, to just perpetuate the moral litigation. I forget what it is, but that's what it is. It's just a way to get more professionals involved with a case, and so you get to come back to court after the professionals have judged you, when you should have been tried by a jury to begin with. Again, if you're going to be denied, if you're brought into court and they're questioning the validity of your parenthood, you have Sixth Amendment rights. The only way they can lawfully take away your child is with a compelling state interest. Is that right, Chris? You want to come up here and let's talk about it? And if I'm wrong, please, I stand corrected.
Actually, that's a large misnomer. It's part of actually the fraud of the court system. There's this wonderful thing in America. It's called due process. It's constitutionally secured underneath the 14th Amendment.
When do you have a right to a jury trial?
Well, you actually have you have a right to a jury trial underneath any circumstances, especially according to the 7th Amendment. It's if the value in dispute would be over $20, $20 US.
How about the compelling state interest? When does the state have a right to take away your child?
Well,
Isn't it you have to be convicted of a crime?
Well, yeah, actually, like what you're talking about is you're talking about actually a deprivation of rights. Now, the state can actually deprive you of rights. It's a very complicated process. It's secured through due process. It requires a Fifth Amendment conviction. Fifth Amendment, everybody knows this, the right to remain silent. Well, let's get educated here, people. The Fifth Amendment also says no person can be charged unless indicted and tried by a grand jury. And a grand jury is a jury of 12 peers, and a grand jury has indicting privileges. Now, when you get convicted of a Fifth Amendment through a Fifth Amendment conviction, now, no person can be charged unless indicted and tried by a grand jury for a capital or otherwise infamous offense. Well, let's look into the definition of the word infamous. The word infamous is kind of redundant. It's a felony or otherwise capital offense. So, you are required to be indicted and tried and convicted by a grand jury per corpus delicti for a felony or a capital offense. Corpus delicti requires a intent and a body of a crime. Body of a crime can be financial damages, emotional damages, or physical damages. Once the state has secured a Fifth Amendment conviction per corpus delicti, they then can impose a capita demutus status upon your person. A capita demutus status upon your person allows the state to limit or deprive you of your rights. This is what is required. You're right. You have the right to face your accuser. Sixth Amendment, right?
Public trial by jury.
Yeah, that is another number. I'm not sure about that one.
What I'm trying to get at is, at what point can you be brought into family court if you haven't been charged with some crime? Can you?
Well, that's the thing is that you have to be able to face your accuser. You have to be convicted of a felony or capital offense per due process, because otherwise the state can't deprive you of your rights. The state's contractual obligation through the social contract that is the Constitution of the United States requires them to protect and secure your rights.
So how does the family court get away with bringing you into family court?
Because the black robe wearing word magicians don't follow the law. Well, psych evaluations, you would, for a psych evaluation to actually be imposed upon you without actually violating your Fourth Amendment right would involve a affidavit of probable cause. Then you would have to have a hearing in regard to the affidavit of probable cause. Then the court could order you through an affidavit of probable cause, based off the affidavit of probable cause, to actually have a psychological evaluation if they were able to convict you of something that would be able to claim as a corpus delicti crime. But otherwise, Fourth Amendment, invasion of privacy, I'm not going to do it.
That's what I want to say. They go, yeah, man. No, you want to? I'll hand you this back in a minute. I'm just trying to get to the point that, you know, if this ever happened to me again, if I had another kid and they brought me into family court and they ordered me to take a psych eval, I tell the judge, screw you. I want a jury. Okay? Psychology is a pseudoscience. It's taken the place, and I've posted an article about this on Facebook and on my websites, but it is, the thing about psychology is you can't verify it. And it's, you know, it's a bunch of theories. It's taken the place of religion in our day and age, because people no longer want religion. There's people who crusade, or they run jihads against Christianity, and or they're atheists. They're against all religion, but they like psychology, because psychology is like it's invented by man. They think it's scientific, but it's not really. You look at it, it's not. And they've got how many hundreds of classifications now in the DSM, their psychological manual. Every year I think it goes up, or every 5 years or something, they add a few dozen or something. So demand a jury. You may not get it, but if you don't demand it, you sure as hell won't get it. And if they order you to a psych eval, tell them, no thank you, I want a jury. That's it. Anybody else want to come up?